Only 3 match days in here in the SSL minor division, and we've already seen flashes of brilliance from just about every team. Certainly, this is going to be a very special season, and frankly, I'm excited to be part of it. Hello, everyone. I'm Metafiction, and we've got some very exciting matches for you today, potentially. First up, we have Athenai versus Capstad. Then later on, we've got AS Paris versus Montreal, Seoul Mythic versus North Shore, and lastly, Cairo versus Inter London. We'll start with our first match of the day, which is Athenai playing host to Capstad. Athenai there with the 5-2-3 formation. And they're faced with Capstad, who appear to be running strikerless. Certainly a very interesting choice of formation there for the boys from South Africa. Not going to judge it too harshly, though. We've seen very odd formations work in the past. So, if nothing else, the SSL is a breeding ground for very interesting tactical innovations. So, we'll have to see how this plays out. It should be very fascinating against this back three of Athens. As the ball is back to Duke. Takes his time, considering options, sends it long, and it falls to Pelletier, who gets past Levert and finishes from long range. Jules Pelletier has gotten this off to a flyer. There's the long ball from Duke to start the move. Pelletier gets on the end of it, dodges past Levert, and puts it past von Bismarck. And in the early stages here is Athenai 1, Capstad 0. Well, that's a very good start for Athenai, it has to be said. Although Capstad now will be looking for an equalizer to make their own mark on this game, as Hogg tries to chip in for Dieter, but the wall is there. Now Hogg again. Martinez to Hall. Back into Levert. As they now come forward, Hogg to Dieter. Dieter had a bit of space. Duke there, though, with a very good save, snatching it before it can get past. Now Athenai with the free kick as Hyuga fires wide. Now Levert with a free kick for Capstad. Mertz into Hogg. Joker on the near side. Back into Smallwood. Martinez fires over the bar, though. And a very good challenge by Joker. Sees Mertz now with the ball again. Hogg coming forward. Dieter to Martinez. Sends it back to Mertz. Capstad seem to have collected themselves after that early goal. Now Hall coming forward. Finds Dieter. But Dieter just can't get the finish on target. Absolutely blasted over the bar. And a very good chance for Capstad is left untaken. Now Martinez comes forward. Joker gets past Desormeaux. Just about. Passes into Hogg. Hogg fires off of Smallwood and into the back of the net. And Capstad have found their equalizer. And I believe it will be Smallwood who is credited for the goal here, as we see Joker fighting with their man. Hogg, it looked like it came off of Katarina and then back onto Smallwood, who headed in for the equalizer. And there you have it. Capstad 1, Athenai 1. And Capstad with another corner. Martinez on the edge of the box finds Smallwood. Smallwood launches into a gaggle of bodies, though. Has another shot, but it goes over the bar. It looks like it was tipped over by Duke, so it's another corner for Capstad. Ball headed clear. Smallwood again. tried to cut into the box, but Lawal was there. Now Penshaw coming forward for Athenai. Lavovic, the pass cut out by Yoker. Now Smallwood has it again. Martinez to Hall. Hall with space. Fired. It had Duke beaten, but it was just wide at the far post. A very close run thing there. But it's another missed chance for Kapstad as we have reached halftime. After that early goal from Athenai, it has been mostly Kapstad with the chances here. But it is still 1-1. And you saw briefly there, Kapstad nearly 10 times the XG of Athenai thus far. Really sinks in how much of an attacking threat this Kapstad side is, even without that striker up top. As we begin the second half, and it is Kapstad to kick us off. Hogg tried to pass to Dieter, but Lavovic cuts it out. Camavinga tried to find the pass to Doug. Hogg fires from range just over the bar. That will be a goal kick for Athenai. As we approach the 60-minute mark, these sides still deadlocked at 1-1. Kapstad looking the more likely to score, but Athenai doing well to hold out in the meantime. As Lawal with the throw. Hyuga passes to Siege. Now Penshaw. Lavovic tries to touch it past Martinez, but Martinez gets onto the end of it, dribbling past the Athenai defenders. Passes back. Hall into Martinez. Martinez from a very tight angle, but puts it past the keeper. And Kapstad have taken the lead here off of a very good shot from Lachlan Martinez. Levere passed to Hall at the edge of the box. Martinez was in a lot of space. Siege just not close enough, but it was a very tight angle that Martinez shot from. And that is a very good goal to put Kapstad ahead 2-1. Now Martinez fires a free kick in. Duke parries it away. And there's another Kapstad corner. Dieter to take. Sends it in. Ball lands for Smallwood and Martinez. And it takes a deflection off Levere and goes in. And that is FC Kapstad 3, Athenai 1. Dieter took the corner. It landed in front of Smallwood. Martinez had the shot, and Levere with the deflection to put it past the defense once and for all. And just barely onside, rather, it would seem. Just barely onside. And Kapstad now with a 2-goal advantage in the late stages. Now Hyuga. Crosses in. Meets the defender. Penshaw. Penshaw from the edge of the box. And it takes a deflection. And it goes in. Athenai with a very strong goal there. Very important goal. Penshaw backheel to Hyuga, and it seems to have deflected off Camavinga, and that is a lifeline that Athenai sorely needed here. Now Katerina. The Siege. Athenai have gotten one of their 2 goals back. Can they get the second? Now comes Lavoie up the near side. Crosses in, and it's headed over by Panda. It was a very good chance for them to get that equalizer, but it came to nothing. They do still have a corner now. They need something brilliant to get past this Capstad defense. Desormeaux headed clear. Hyuga pass to Siege. Siege! Well, they needed a hero, and they have one. What a shot from Sam Siege, the veteran. And it is Athenai 3, Capstad 3. And that was a brilliant long-range effort from Sam Siege, the center back. And it appears to have saved Athenai the point here as time dwindles. Lavovich to Siege again, looking to put an exclamation point on this match. But nevertheless, Athenai trying to come forward but rebuffed. Capstad might be able to get the ball forward one more time. Martinez can't get on the end of it. Of Katarina cleans up. And time running out. And there is the final whistle. Athenai, with a strong fight back, have secured themselves a point here in spectacular fashion. That very quick goal from Pelletier, that opened the scoring, but then Fletcher Smallwood, off of the deflection, equalized for Capstad. Then after the break, it was Lachlan Martinez with that fantastic finish from the tight angle. And Capstad thought they were going to win 3-1, but a pair of good finishes from Penshaw and then Sam Siege denied the win to Capstad. Lachlan Martinez there will be your man of the match with a goal and an assist. A very good performance from the draftee. But that will go down as a draw, and a very creditable one for Athenai. Next up, we have a Francophone derby between AS Paris and Montreal United. Certainly a fascinating clash this will be. And Paris coming out with a very aggressive 3 at the front formation. And they'll be contrasted with a more defensive setup by Montreal United with a 5-3-2 there. Or I suppose it would be a 3-5-2. Truth be told, I've never understood how you rate the wingbacks in a system like that. But nevertheless, certainly a more conservative setup from Montreal compared to the sheer number of players Paris have piled forward here. As we kick off, Montreal left to right in the white and green. Maxwell, now Wartooth. And then O'Sullivan up the near flank, finds Normus. Normus heads it behind for a goal kick. And Calavera tried to pass in, but cleared. Now Maxwell in defense for Montreal. Finds Normus on the wing. Jihao Wang crosses in. O'Sullivan. O'Rourke. O'Rourke puts it past the keeper. And once again, Montreal out to a very quick start here. Normus found Wang in the box. Wang tried to pass to O'Sullivan. It ricocheted off of Megamind in defense for Paris there. O'Sullivan got a foot to it. It came off of Mind again, fell to O'Rourke, and O'Rourke, I believe, put it in the back of the net. So it is 1-0 to Montreal United here in the early going. And as time ticks away, it's a The match seems to have settled into a more tactical phase here. Neither team really showing too much in terms of attacking Noose, apart from that initial goal by Montreal. Only 3 shots between them, 1 shot on target apiece as of that stat grab. Paris tries to cross in. Genkal on the far wing. Passes in to Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos tried to play it back, but it seemed to have gone out. Now O'Rourke to O'Sullivan for Montreal. Taco Cat on the far wing. Into O'Rourke. And it's found its way to a Paris player. Although Taco Cat cuts out the pass. O'Rourke back to Borat. Wang finds the run of O'Rourke. Normus fires over the bar, and that will be a goal kick. And O'Rourke, instead of trying to take the shot themselves, passed it out wide, rather, to Willie Normus. Now, sides for Paris. Genkal. Mind to Cruz. Wilk, now Genkal. Up on the far wing. Wilk now in the corner, perhaps looking to cross. Instead finds Cruz. Now Hamza let loose from range, and Calavera with the deflection to send it behind for a corner. Cinnamon to take. Ball in. Cruz puts it in the back of the net. And it's mission possible for Paris. They've leveled it. Cinnamon with a well-placed corner kick right onto the head of Tom Cruise. And that is a very important goal for Paris as we near halftime. Normus fights for it. O'Rourke gets on the end of it. Jihao Wang. Normus looks for the cross in, but it's sent clear. Hamza loses out to Wang. Now Taco Cat. Wang again fires from range, but can't get it on target here. And that is going to be halftime. Montreal had the early goal from Lachlan O'Rourke, but that's their only shot on target thus far. AS Paris equalizing off of that excellent corner kick from Cinnamon to Tom Cruise. And once again, just like last match, it is all to play for here in the second half. And it is Paris who get us started in this second half. Zanetti into Hamza. Forward decides, but it's cut out by Wang. Now Taco Cat. Tried to pass to O'Rourke, but it was cut out by Megamon. Now Papadopoulos forward to Cruz. Cruz would touch too heavy, and Bortu cleans up. Which side will take possession of this game in the second half? It's a Paris corner with Zanetti to take. Ball comes in. It's headed out for Genkal. Genkal passing back to Hamza. Had a decent shot. It's deflected behind by Borat. Now another corner for Cinnamon for Paris. We know what happened the last time Cinnamon took the corner. This time can't find the friendly head. And the ball is headed clear. Wang to Normus. Now Paris come forward again, but Cruz dispossessed. Genkal gets on the end of the belt. Papadopoulos to Bohum, but Bohum was offside and fired over anyway. Now a deep throw for Paris. Hamza, ball in, tried to find Bohum, but the ball goes over the bar again, and nothing doing for Paris that time. Normus for Montreal. Tried to send it long, couldn't find the run of O'Rourke. Taco Cat does field it. And the ref is given a penalty. Taco Cat weaved into the box, and then Genkal put in the challenge, and the ref didn't like it. So it is a penalty for Montreal, and Lachlan O'Rourke has just put Montreal back in the lead. And it's a very well taken penalty. That's his second goal on the game. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Montreal have regained their lead. Hamza. Sides. Zanetti. Paris find themselves once again in a hole as Genkal trying to probe for weaknesses in that back line of Montreal. Wilk tried a shot from range, and it is deflected out by a Montreal defender for a corner. Zanetti, and it's held by Rage. With 20 minutes to go, Paris find themselves down a goal. They'll need something to pull themselves out of this. Sides. Now Zanetti. Sides in the middle of the pitch. Contested by O'Sullivan. Had space, but fires wide at the far post. Now it's a corner for Montreal. Wang to take. Fires in. And the header over the bar. And down for a goal kick for Paris. Time running out as Wang takes the free kick. Finds Wartooth. Into O'Rourke. He's on a hat trick. And he has a hat trick. And that is 3-1 Montreal. A very well done corner routine. The ball went into Wartooth. Zanetti tried to stick a foot out to block it, but couldn't get there. Now Wang tried to make it 4, but misses with the free kick. But an incredible finish from O'Rourke to complete the hat trick and put Montreal in a position of power. Although, as we saw in the last match, a 3-1 lead is somewhat dangerous. Zanetti, Hamza. Hamza fires just barely wide. Rippled the side netting at the near post. And Paris very rapidly running out of time. Barflett sending it long. Falls to Cruz. And now Wilk here on the near flank. Tries to knock it past Borat, but Borat there to stop the move. And now Taco Cat stymied as they come forward. Paris pressing, looking for an opportunity. They might have one. Hamza forward decides. Papadopoulos puts it past the keeper at close range. Well, how about that? Sides headed it forward. Papadopoulos timed his run exceptionally well. And now Paris have a chance, albeit a slim one, of rescuing a point from this match. And it is Montreal who kick us off. We'll need to be careful. They do not want to concede late on. To throw away this win. But it is Paris who end up with the ball now. About 2.5 minutes to come up with something. Papadopoulos into the box. Maxwell fouls Papadopoulos. It is a penalty to AS Paris. And Papadopoulos steps up to take the spot kick and scores it. You couldn't write it. An incredible comeback from Paris. And a very good penalty from Papadopoulos, straight down the middle, making no mistake. And once again, we've seen an incredible comeback, although Montreal, with the late corner, could turn this all on its head. Ring fires in. Ball headed clear by Cinnamon. And the referee has seen enough, blows for full time. And once again, what a comeback. Paris, down 3-1, manages to score, this time by 2 goals from Leonidas Papadopoulos. What a match that was. And of course, Lachlan O'Rourke for Montreal with the hat trick and deservedly player of the match. Both sides putting on an absolute treat there. And how about that? 2 incredible comebacks in our first 2 matches of the day. This is why we love the SSL. Anything can happen. So 3-3 again. This time Paris 3, Montreal 3. Another very late comeback. Another very exciting showing. And next up we have Seoul Mythic versus North Shore United. And of course, North Shore very impressive last time out with their 6-1 victory over Athenai. You see both teams using sort of a 4-2-3-1, although North Shore somewhat asymmetric. Rather than deploying a right winger, they've opted for 2 central attacking midfielders. So they seem to be sacrificing some effectiveness down that right side in exchange for potentially more manpower in the middle. We'll have to see if that proves effective for them or not. As we get underway, it will be North Shore going right to left, Seoul left to right. Snooks into Jean-Claude Goddamn. Costanza to Del Pirlo. Norris, but the pass is cut out by Kennedy. Kennedy weaving in, but it's cut out by Clements in turn. Now Kamanova. Oh, and the shot off the bar and ends up in the hands of Wall Jr. And some confusion in the box, but ultimately the ball stays out of the goal. Now Jean-Claude Goddamn fires off a fist, and it will be a corner for North Shore. Snooks. Headed clear by Ramos. Lofted back into Snooks. Into Del Pirlo. The ball deflected behind by Neuer. Another corner for North Shore. And this time, it's Pat Tato who heads off target, and Seoul getting some relief at last. Poggio now with the corner for Seoul. Headed in. It looked like Fist had a good header, but a good save from Wall. And it's another corner for Seoul. Poggio again to take. And this time headed clear. Now Tato on the end of it. Tried to fire long to find Dalo, but it's Camanova who gets there first. And an exciting first phase of play here as North Shore benefits from another corner off of that free kick from Lopta. Ball in and headed clear by Kennedy. Lopta trying to head forward, but finds nobody there, and it will be a goal kick for Seoul. Now Kamanova, the #1 overall pick in the Season 13 prospect draft. With a good run, crosses in. Kennedy can't get the header on target, though. Lopta with another free kick. Finds Trummer, but it goes over the bar. Lopta with another free kick. There's in, and Neuer with a great save to force another corner. And it's headed clear. Although Snooks again keeping possession of it, but Kamanova does well to clear. Laments tried to find Lopta, but Neuer rising to meet it first. Sends it out to Ramos. Tato nearly nicked it off of Ramos there, but sent it back to the keeper just in time. Kennedy tried to find Dalo, but Del Pirlo got to it. And now North Shore coming back the other way. Norris, the goddamn. And that's not me swearing, that's the player's name, I promise. Lopta, Tato, Clements, Trummer, goddamn. And goddamn nearly off the post. And I apologize for the swearing, that is genuinely the player's name. And very nearly North Shore with the opener there. Snooks headed clear by Ramos. But Lopta mops it up again. Has been getting to the second ball a lot as a Trummer chance goes off the side netting and behind for a goal kick. Kamanova. Contested by Knezovic. Gets the cross into Dialli, but Dialli heads wide at the near post. As we approach halftime, it's Trummer with a deep throw from North Shore. Clements, Knezovic over the bar. Snooks, Del Pirlo, Norris. Knezovic sends it out to the flank to Trummer. Trummer passes into Tato, but Neuer there. Tato perhaps didn't get all of it. Neuer easily collects. Clements cuts out the pass. Knezovic to goddamn Tato. And another good save by Neuer. Oops. And it's sent clear. Although North Shore once again coming forward. Lopta. Norris squares to Knezovic. Forward to Lopta. Had space. Fires. And it goes just wide at the far post. And that will be the half. North Shore with a lot of chances on goal, but certainly nothing doing. Somewhat lacking that finishing product so far. But a very good offensive showing from both sides. Should be a very fascinating second half. And of course, North Shore, formerly Red Star Laos, last season's minor division champions, rebranded as North Shore, formerly one of our academy teams here in the SSL. And their spot, of course, taken by Sydney City, a former SSL team of its own. So everything sort of comes full circle here in the SSL, as the second half has begun. Fist into Chouinard. And now Paul comes forward. Tried to find Deali, but the pass was offline. Boggio tried to find Kennedy, but it's Snooks instead who comes forward for North Shore. Snooks finds the cross. Jean-Claude got damn, but can't get it past the defenders. And the ball sent long for Amore Delo. Ball crossed in. Tried to find a friendly head, but doesn't. And it falls to Lopta as North Shore come forward again, although Ramos there to sweep up. No, it's nicked by Clements. But then the pass is offline and Seoul with it again. Vins there on the far flank. Long pass forward, trying to find Delo, but can't get the pass where it needs to be. Now Lopta, contested by Vins. Crosses in. Header by Clements, but it's over the bar. As we have less than 30 minutes left, neither team with the breakthrough yet, as Bailey Deali back to Kamanova. Crosses in, and it's sent clear by Snooks. Vins crosses in, and it's a penalty. It looks like Snooks fouled Kennedy there on the far side, and the ref having a word. And it is a yellow card to Victoria Snooks, as Bailey Deali will try to put Seoul ahead. And does. Well, that could be a very crucial penalty in this match. And indeed, Seoul Mythic now take the lead off of it. Bailey Deali doing well to put that penalty where it needs to be. The keeper goes the wrong way. And it is Seoul 1, North Shore 0. Although North Shore immediately come forward, Lopta. Tato tried to fire, but it looked like Neuer was beaten there. It seemed to have gone off the post. Now Lopta fires. Neuer with a very good save. Once again, he has been very important for Seoul today. Ball in. Also Del Pirlo. Trummer. And it's off the bar again. Costanza to Norris. Del Pirlo as North Shore forced back. And talk about missed chances. Paul fires in. Danny Paul with a brilliant free kick. It curved around the wall set up by North Shore and got past Brickwall Jr. A brilliant effort that puts Seoul up 2-0. And they have a corner to potentially make it 3. Ball comes in, but it's headed over the bar by Fist. And certainly North Shore being made to rue those missed chances, but credit to Seoul for being very, very tenacious. A very well-taken penalty and a brilliant free kick to put them ahead as Poggio tries to pass in, but it's sent clear by North Shore. And the referee has seen enough. Seoul Mythic will take the win here, 2-0. And Manuel Neuer for Seoul Mythic, deservedly player of the match there. An absolutely brilliant performance in goal. Some very acrobatic saves. And North Shore will be looking back at this match, wondering where they could have improved, how they could have taken those missed chances. A very good overall performance from both teams, but it is Seoul who had the edge today. And there you have it, Seoul Mythic 2, North Shore 0. As we move on to our final match of the day, Cairo City versus Inter London. Of course, Inter London, having played 2 matches, have won both matches, whereas Cairo have a win and a draw to their name as things stand. So both teams putting their unbeaten records at stake, and certainly there's a lot of people who will say that the standings aren't important until midway through the season, but if you are the sort to pay attention to the standings early on, then this is certainly going to be a very pivotal match. Cairo City there with the asymmetrical 4-4-2, London with the 4-2-3-1. It'll be very interesting to see how these styles mesh as we enter the final match of the day. And it will be London with the first highlight, going left to right in the white and blue, although Cairo intercepting by Pleasureman of Kocha, and it falls to Hayden. Hayden dribbles past Powdered Toastman, tries to, and Toastman fouls Hayden in the box. It will be a penalty to Cairo City. And it is Caleb Hayden to take. And puts it past Kerrigan. And within 10 minutes, Cairo City have the advantage. It didn't look like a very strong penalty, but it was what was required, and Kerrigan dove the wrong way. And they all count the same. It is 1-0, Cairo City leading Inter London. Now Cairo in the corner. Guerra finds Rupp, who heads in. And just like that, it is 2-0 to Cairo. Well, we've seen a lot of goals so far this season from corner kick situations. That one, Rupp bends over to head it just past the keeper at the near post. And a 1-2 punch for Cairo has them ahead in the early going. Now McGurk sends it out to the flank to Williams. Timo Atu. McGurk has space, but fires, and it's well wide. As time ticks away, Cairo with a 2-goal advantage, but we've seen today no lead is really safe in the SSL. Not with the quality of players on each team. Hakkinen back to Williams. Timo Atu. Tries to dribble into the center. Contested by Motor out wide. Crosses in. LeVere got a header to it, but Larac there to save it. And that will be halftime. Cairo with 2 very well taken goals. A penalty by Caleb Hayden, and then the header from that corner situation by Mike Rupp. And Cairo ahead 2-0 at the break. London certainly have a hill to climb, but we've seen teams do it just today. And they certainly have the quality to score whenever they need to. The only question is, will they be able to get past Cairo and equalize? They will start. It is London to start us off here in the second half. Berbatov dribbling past Hayden out wide, crosses in, but it's Larac who claims. And immediately London signaling their intent to come out and attack in the second half. Williams, Kimoatu fires off the bar. And that was very nearly London getting one back. The keeper could do nothing about that. Simply watched it strike the bar and soar over. And what a goal that would have been. And now Lever capitalizes on a poor pass, and Rupp concedes the corner. Jerry to take. Sends it in, and it's headed clear by Gunther Pleasurman. Motor tried to claim, but it's Williams instead, and Williams fires over the bar, and another Cairo goal kick. Rupp. Now Guerra, the far wing, but the touch is poor, and it's taken by Nunez. Now McGurk, but ball nicked off by Hayden, but London retained possession. Dives in a lot. And Pleasurewin pokes it free for Okocha. Now Hayden. Linnea Ness to Hayden, and it dives in a lot and concedes the corner. Guerra will take the corner. Ball sent free. Motor lets it run for a throw-in. Now Greer with a throw-in. Back to Bierman, and now Hayden. Pleasurman to Ness. Back for Pleasurman. Pleasurman fires, and it's tipped over the bar by Kerrigan. And Hakkinen heads clear. Motor recycles possession to Bierman. Ness throw into Okocha. Now Rupp, Greer, Guerra. And doesn't find anybody immediately, although Hayden does get onto the end of it. Guerra crosses in. Pleasurman heads it past Kerrigan. And Pleasurman putting Cairo up in a very dominant position. They now lead 3-0. It looked like the header might have been intended for Okocha, but it is Pleasurman who gets there, and the header is on target. Now Nunez with a corner for London. They'll have to really dig deep if they want to claw something out of this match. Nunez, Kimoatu, and it's deflected behind by Ness for another corner. Nunez crosses in, and Pleasurman heads it clear, although Jerry does recycle. Pass in for Nunez, but contested by Ness and poked free. This has been a very good showing from Cairo here, as they come forward. London's certainly throwing everything they can at this Cairo defense, but it seems but Cairo have the very strong advantage currently on the score sheet. As Laurent sends it long to Okocha, who just keeps it in. Pleasurman tries to cross in, but it's headed clear by Calvert Coastman. Now Guerra to Motor. Ness dribbles forward, has space, fires, and gets it past the keeper. And that's 4 for Cairo today. A very good move by Ness to dribble past Hakkinen, and an even better finish at the far post. Kerrigan couldn't do anything about that. And now London trying to get something out of this game. LeBert with a lot of space, but saved by Larocque. Jerry to take the corner. Crosses in. It's headed clear, falls to McGurk, but Hayden is able to get ahead and send it clear. Hakkinen censors it to Nunez. Now Nunez with the throw. LeVert up the far wing to Berbatov. Jerry in a good position, but fires over the bar. And that was a very dangerous chance, but Jerry just can't get it on target there. LeVert, Timo Atu, Williams, Jerry again. It looked like he might have been challenged by Laurent, but the ref says play on. And Larocque has claimed it and sends it low. Timo Atu. LeVert, challenged by Laurent, but defended. LeVert to Berbatov. Berbatov shot with power straight at Larocque, though. And it's another corner for London. They've thrown everything they can at this Cairo defense, but have yet to break through. Babzinalot's header claimed by Larocque. And with 10 minutes to go, the odds of London getting a point from this look slim. But again, if we've learned anything from the SSL, it's to never say never. Although with only 2 minutes of stoppage time, and that having gone fairly quickly, and Cairo with the goal kick, I think that is that. And indeed, there is the final whistle, confirming Cairo City defeating Inter London 4-0. It was a very good team performance from Cairo. Just a very good passing link-up by pretty much the entire team on the field. 4 different goal scorers. Caleb Hayden with that initial penalty, and then Mike Rupp scoring the header off of the corner from Guerra. It is Linnea Ness, though, who takes home player of the match with a goal of her own, or of their own, plus two key passes. And that is that. That is another match day in the books. Some very exciting showings all around. The 2 comebacks from Athenai and AS Paris to draw 3-3 in each match. The performance by Manuel Neuer in goal for Seoul. And of course, that team performance from Cairo to defeat Inter London. And that is just a taste of what we have in store for the rest of the SSL season. We hope you'll join us for the next match day. Until then, I've been Metafiction. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.